Hello, welcome to the queue. It is A&A Blitzkrieg 40, the battle for France. This is a recap of Allied turn 4 and German turn 5. And for Germany, that is halfway through the game, and I don't think they're near enough into this uh, to get a substantial victory. Anyway, for the Allies, they played the strategic move, which means all their reinforcements um, could move to an in supply city. So that just means any French or Belgian city that's not surrounded or the zone of control cuts it off, which I don't think there's any. I guess I could have put some into Antwerp, but um, I felt if there was any retreats, then they would be dead, but they were killed outright. So we'll go over those battles. But this was the turn for the most Allied reinforcements, so that was a timely draw on the deck because we had 5 British units there. We had 5 French units here and 4 French units that came in down here. So they all got right up to the front. So they played that card. The Germans played cancels all interceptors. So Britain and France did put 2 fighters in the intercept box. And then when they made their attacks, they used 1 bomber in each and 1 fighter in each. So I was able, unfortunately, Germany only had 2 fighters in the intercept box for their turn because they moved 4 airfields. Um, I probably could have put more in there, but I didn't. So I was able to stop one of the bombers. And when you intercept, you don't actually shoot them down, you just return them to base. So the fighter and bomber that came into this battle, I believe, were rebuffed because it's 1 by 1. So if you have 2 German fighters, like if I had just 1 German fighter, then they could take the French fighter and remove it, but the French bomber could still attack. But I had 2, so it just returned them to their base. Um, and now I got to start thinking about getting these bases moved. As they're getting close to the front lines. So they had 2 attacks, right straight. Whoops! So I knocked that guy over. Straight into there. We had 3 hexes on one, um, and we were able to destroy 2 units there. And unlike in the real war, the French here combined their armor very effectively here, as opposed to sending it in by itself piecemeal. So I'll take, I got to put those in the German casualty box. That was 2 infantry. Over here, we did much better because we had that bomber in the attack, and we were able to take out the artillery and 2 infantry. That just left the 1 infantry that I pulled back on the German turn. So that's the first German artillery in this game to go down. So casualties are starting to mount. But that was the 2 Allied attacks. And then they just repositioned a lot of their stuff. See, like all this stuff that was back here came up to those cities. I think that one came up to that city. So I think the guys in Ghent were already there. So onto the German turn. They had this combat card we've been sitting on until we had a lot of combats. And this turn we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 combats. So it seemed like the right time to play it. Unfortunately, the Allies had the Churchill card, which does the exact same thing. So it was a wash. Other than moving up, the combat factors 1 for every battle. So starting at the south, we had 3 sides of this Maginot Line fortress. We attacked it with 2 bombers and a siege gun and all those forces. We got 1 hit. So not much of a deal. So we'll put the French casualty over there. So this is going to be a slow go down here, which I guess we're just going to tie up these forces. And then we had the armored car had moved up into this hex here just to put a zone of control here on that road to keep them Germans from going all the way to the end of the road. So he did his job, but on the German counterattack, they took him out. So we'll put him up in that box. Next up, we did a ground attack. There was the tank and 2 mechanized infantry, rolled really well and got 2 hits. So the 2 mechanized infantry also go up there. The tank survives, unfortunately. I'm trying to see this one here. Oh, we attacked this hex here because we had 3 sides on it. We used 1 Stuka. We managed to get 2 hits, so that was good again. There was this attack here. There was an armored car doing the same thing as the armored car down here. So we did attack it and take it. And the forces that were here moved up. And then on the German, after combat, German armor and mechanized can do what's a blitz move. So they could also move 1. So this group was actually in the woods here, and the armor was here. So they moved up 1. These moved up 1. I moved all these up. I don't think I was doing that earlier in the game. It's just another one of those things where you read a bunch of rules and you get some of them down and some you misconstrue and forget about. So the blitz move was used this turn. It can be used every turn. It's just, maybe I haven't had the opportunity to use it, is a better way to put it. We did attack the 2 armor and the mechanized here in the middle with a bomber, and I think we only had 2 hexes on it. Oh, yeah. And we only had 1 hex on it, but we thought it would be worth the risk because of the heavy weight of the armor, but we only got the 1 hit. So that was a mech. I'll put that up there. We're clearing out a lot of French mechanized units, though, on this turn. Next up, we attacked the Belgians on a bulge. Trying to think where they were. They were in this hex, and I think we had 4 surrounding it, maybe. No, they attacked. No, they did. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they moved up from there. But I don't think we had anything there, so we only had 3 on them. But we did manage to get 4 hits, which was good. Because I think, yeah, we did. Oh, this armor was up there. So that armor really boosts our... In the open, the armor is really, really effective. Not so much in the woods and cities and that kind of thing, but all right. So 2 more attacks. We had a stack here that we had 2 around, but it was a light stack. Oh, this was the stack here. We attacked with these 2 units, and we only got 1 hit. So not a very good attack. The next attack here was in right outside of Antwerp. We did have 2 around it, but we brought in 2 planes. So that allowed us to get the 3 hits. So that was nice. So that is, whoops, I don't need that red chip. So that was more Dutch casualties. I should probably straighten that up for an easier count. So those were the attacks. The cards played. I'll land those planes on my own time. And there's the casualty box. The French are starting to catch up, and so are the Germans. So next up we'll do... I don't know if we'll ever do the Allies just by themselves, because they're going to be limited on their attacks. Just because of the defensive nature of what they're trying to do. I think they're just trying to slow down Germans, and I think the way I've played the opening rounds for Germany, I've kind of doomed them. I think the slow rate of getting to here is going to cause some grief, but I don't know that the Allies can stretch out anymore. They're pretty solid right now in defense of Belgium. But here's the gap. We'll see if we can make that useful and break out, so to speak. I think that's really the only chance for Germany to really win this game. I think we'll take the 3 Belgian cities for a minor victory, but I don't think we'll match what took place during the war. It'll be interesting to see, look at a map of June 29 or May 29th to see where the German forces were and compare it to where we got in this game. All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Next up will be 5 Allied and 6 Germany.